And we are in the middle. Well, I'm not sure if it's the middle, but we're getting closer and closer to the end now of the Erollisi Day main quest line. So for this, I get Romance in a Jar, which will summon a pet of romance and some more Erollisi coins because this series is all about Erollisi Day 2015. So I have to venture to Thundering Steeps, find a situation that can be resolved with your sacrifice. So off we go. Steps. Although, like I said with other things, you will hear me call it steeps. Steps, steeps, just no, same thing. So again, we're going to pause while we port. And we are in the Thundering Steeps now, and we just handed out a rose. So I'm going to try and make it to 25 before I'm done, just so you can see that. And this is another quest that I'll pick up later for Erollisi Day with Wally there. But oops, and I went the wrong way. And quite frankly, this part is easier with a flying mount, in my opinion. But you can, obviously, for people who don't even have leapers like I do, it's doable. Without any drama. Alright. So I'm going to start with the Rowdy Dwarf. And I'm going to zoom out here so you can see. So he's talking about our friend over here, who I'm going to say continue listening. He's a funny looking human. Oof. Okay, now you're going to stop taking stuff from me. Fine day, this is it. Me bucko. That your beardless daughters will feel it. It's where I have things. It acts up. They got perfectly fine beards for girls them age, you buffoon. You'll pay for that one in bruises. It's like, now, good sirs, this is no way to settle your argument. And it's like, what do ye know? Stick to your own business. It's like, I know that physical force will not resolve your conflict. Yawn. It'll feel bloody good. That's resolve. It's like, then hit me. What? That's crazy. And you're right. We can settle this without slugging each other. Thank you. And I say thank you. But hang on, let me fix this. Because that's why it keeps getting in the way. Alright. It's like, if you're asking for your buttocks to be handed to ye, I'll oblige ya. It's like, if it'll resolve the issue. It's like, nah, I won't resolve it. It'll just get tired and messy. I'll just get tired and messy and probably get kicked out of here for good this time. I don't want that. Fine, fine. So now I can return to the priest. I'm going to try and jump. And I usually, much like golf, hit the water. But we made it this time. And actually, you know what? Since I'm here, I might as well pick up this quest because I know it's for here. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it. The area that it's in is a bit low for me, I believe. but or a bit high, I should say, a little high. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's fine. I have Quest there now. Now that I think about it, yeah. See the orcish waist will be fine. And this is a pygmy, so for those who don't know, EQ2's version of a pygmy. So he wants some magical clay from the orcish waste. So I'm going to volunteer. This should count as sacrifice. And I will get this lovely cloak. It is a nice. Now, granted, I'm not going to use it on her, at least not right now, because I love my giant shield. But it's a nice cape and some coin. But we're going to do that one a wee bit later. Did I do her? Nope. Or, yep, I did her. If you've done someone too soon, you can't do them again. But I don't think I've done this person. So, here we go. Alright. So now we're going to go back. Hopefully this person won't run too fast. Alright. So now we're going to head back over to Frostfang or New Hallis. And while we're doing that, pausing. That was surprisingly quick. So we're back at the docks. Alright. And we know we haven't given any of these people flowers. Alright, and now we shall have a word with the priest and take our wonderful gifts. And I'll show you what the romance in a jar looks like. It's a pet. So, the Sisters of Erollisi have found you trustworthy. Your willingness to sacrifice your own physical safety in order to bring that precarious situation to a close was quite admirable and impressed the sisters greatly. We won't even get into how they know about it. But anyway, you are now welcome in this camp. You need not worry about proving yourself to these sisters anymore. As if I were worried. What's next? So, I trust that you have returned in order to honor the loving huntress during this time of celebration. Yeah, sure. Excellent. The Queen of Love is deserving of it. If my sister were still with us, she would say the same. She was ever the optimist. I should have realized sooner that something serious was amiss. What are you talking about? My dear sister in faith and blood, Annalisa, was destroyed by a vile creature of hate. She had long been infected by the essence of the contemptible Lady of Insurrection, unbeknownst to me or the Sisters of Erollisi. And it's like, when do you think she became infected? It's like it occurred following the destruction of Erollisi Mars' casket in the Shard of Love, which I've done. But anyway, the not destroying the casket, of course, but I've run the Shard of Love, so I know how that goes. The essence locked inside. The essences locked inside were released at that time. Both Erollisi and what little it secretly contained of Ilkoruk's, or however you pronounce that, essence, must have found its way to my sister, drawn to her, no doubt, by the unquenchable hate the beast held for love. and they're both back. And yes, my sister is gone, but her sacrifice must not be in vain. It's important that everyone fully understands what has occurred. So, gonna learn more about what happened. So I have to speak to a chronomage, but before I do that, oh no, I did her already. Before I do that, I'm gonna tag this person and that person. And oh, and I'm going to well, I don't have any food. Crap. I gotta fix that. And we're gonna do some romance in a jar. So I'm gonna use it, and then you'll be able to see. Oh, that was mean. I'm pretty sure that had to do with the other one. So there's my romance for all to see. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to scribe the recipes that I got. And now my romance will follow me wherever I go. Okay, chronomages. So here we go. Greetings, and I say, pre-sworn love has sent me to speak to you. Ah, yes, he wishes you to fully comprehend the events of the past in order to gain knowledge of the present. Chrono magic will be required for some adventurers to do this, which is why he sent you to me. So the spell has been cast, and I am free to experience the events of the past involving Priestess Sworn Love. So now I go back here and talk to the Priestess. And notice she's holding one of those heart keys with arrows in them. So, you found us, Petra. That is nice. So, what's going on? The Sisters of Erollisi felt that they should be here while we celebrate Erollisi Day. I told them that it was not necessary, but they have insisted that now more than ever we must focus on the tenets of the Grand Huntress. It's like I can choose. You can do either one. Either they are right or I can see their logic. I can see their logic last time, so they are right this time. Yes, of course they are. We can celebrate her life essence being released. We can honor her and continue to spread love. Will you help us? It's like, sure. Thank you. We shall continue to spread love and convince people that although Erollisi died, love is not gone. We will show them that love continues to spread and blossom in Norath. And how do we do that? Let's see. And you'll get an arrow. This is. I'll show you to you. And I actually have one of these, and you pretty much when you put it down, you stick it in the ground. So take the bow of the heart, shoot his passion conjured arrows at the multitude of residents within this fair land that will bring love into their hearts and spread compassion across the world. So, while I'm doing that, I'm going to tag some more people. Have I done this person already? With flowers. And, oops. Yeah, I overjumped that a lot. Now, I'm just giving out flowers. This is not the bow one. The bow you actually do um, with NPCs. So now love in the afternoon. So just run around, shoot a few people, and for those again who are not familiar with the whole shard of love thing, basically what happened is that there's love, there's the like a love goddess and a hate goddess and or something, and the goddess of love found out. Well, the goddess of love is the twin sister, not identical, twin center of the god of truth, Nathaniel Mar. And she found out about a plot to kill him, so she went and basically sacrificed herself so that he wouldn't be killed. So there is in Everfrost a dungeon called the Shard of Love that you run, and the Shard of Love is like supposed to be like the plane of love or a portion of the plane of love or something. But of course, it has been irreparably damaged because the priestess. That's good to know. Because the priestess has been or had been killed. She's back now, but you can still run it. But she had been killed, and so it was a wreck. And you go there and you basically put down the wrecked creatures in order to get to her mourning brother, Miss Samuel Marr, and you beat him to a pulp until he comes to his senses, and he releases her essence. So, because he was keeping it locked up in like this tomb thing, and he breaks it and sets her free so she can go wherever she needs to go. And as it turns out, she comes back, but she also comes back with the Maven of Hate, so there you go. Who technically was banished, but anyway. So that's kind of the background. I'm sure others could probably tell it better, but that's the background as I know it. So just so you know. So now we're back, and she's feeling rather blue. Some good news is welcome. Brought love. Yeah, I did. So I get an arrow and some coins. So that's good news. It's proof that love will always be with us. We cannot avoid grieving for loss, but she wouldn't want us to be locked within the grief like the Truthbringer was. The Truthbringer is her brother, who I just told you about. We must live on and continue to love. She is gone, but her gifts to us are not. That is what we must focus on. So, good advice. I just wish I could shake the sadness I feel around my heart right now. I feel defeated. Hate has succeeded so many times. It's like, what is it, priestess? I'm afraid that I now have doubt. I find myself questioning, is love stronger than hate? Love has been defeated, but how can it be stronger? It's like, I understand your doubt, but we must keep our faith. Or I could, do the other one. I understand your doubts, but I think you are right. Hate is stronger. And I believe if you answer that one, but I'm not 100% sure, that then you can do the opposite version of this. But I could be wrong. But we're going to move on and just, encourage her. And it's like, of course, please forgive me. It must be the grief. I have comforted many by telling them how understandable it is that our faith be tested. And it's like, you think this is just a test? And it's like, no, it is much more serious. But if we think of it in such a way, then we're more likely to survive it and become stronger for it. So, a coping mechanism. It's like, yeah, pretty much. So, sounds reasonable. And now she's asking to go get a tomb that was stolen. And it is in the castle of Nectropis, which is in Nectulos Forest.